let me ask you a question first and foremost, AJ, because like I just said, right, Kevin Croom, nobody knows about this dude, right? But me and you, we both saw him start Roosevelt Roberts, and I think part of that is because he is unknown, unproven to the, in terms of the big show, at the big level in the UFC. So the question becomes this: do you think that Kevin Croom has an advantage here, at least mentally, because as of now, he has absolutely nothing to lose. Now, Bruce Leroy, on the other hand, Alex Caceres, while he is a good decision fighter, he's more or less a journeyman, and I think he's got a lot of pressure on his back, because if he loses against a dude who nobody knows about, his stock is going to drop pretty tremendously. So what are your thoughts on that?
I think you hit the nail on the head with that one, Derek. Caceres definitely has more on the line to lose, especially because what Kroom did in his last outing against Roosevelt Roberts, he literally took the steam that Roosevelt Roberts was riding. You know what I'm saying? And he did it fast, and he's choked him out, standing guillotine. And then the character that he portrays outside of the ring is just so hilarious that he's going to become a fan favorite. This dude had a butterfly knife while he was talking to Michael Bisping in the post-show interview, but it was actually a comb. And then he talks about the whole Nevada State Athletic Commission with this whole weed popping and all that stuff. And this dude's just absolutely hilarious outside of the ring. So I think he will be a big draw going forward. But man, most people don't know about him. And the one note I wrote about this dude's fighting is this dude is vicious. Yeah. He's literally looking for the kill. And I think it's like you said, he's training out of that Glory MMA out there. And man, they do a really well done job. What do you think?
Well, what's interesting to me is that Kevin Croom, he called himself, he says, listen, man, I am a finishing type of fighter. That is what I come for. I don't come here to get a decision when I come to get that 50K and leave in tremendous fashion. Now, I've been following Kevin Croom on social media for quite some time now, and he's just a dude, man. He's just a dude who likes to scrap. And he was even saying in pre-fight interviews, he was like, hey, man, when all those days when I couldn't pay my rent and I just kept looking in the mirror and said, keep going, man, keep going. I know that you deserve to be in that show. It's like that self-belief and determination, man, coming from a dude who, like I said, has nothing to lose. What if he loses this fight? Then what? Nothing. It doesn't. You know what I'm saying? There's no stock loss because he has no stock to begin with, except unless you're a hardcore fan who literally sits down and you say, nah, man, this dude is legit, which is why I talked about it. This was one of my best bets over on the Wednesday All Bets Aren't Created Equal show, man. Kevin Croom, bro, you're not going to get a line like this where he's a plus 170 underdog. You're not going to get that after this fight, man. I think even, on Friday, or even on Saturday right before the fights hit, man, I think that line is going to, adjust substantially. But nonetheless, man, Alex Caceres, he is on a 3-fight win streak, and that can't be discounted from you, man. So I just want to talk about Alex Caceres' last 3, right? He fought Springer, Hooper, and Peterson. He got 2 decision wins and a submission win. I want to know your thoughts about him not being able to put away Chase Hooper on the feet when Chase Hooper's striking skills were, let's just say, exposed. You know what I mean? Since Caceres couldn't put him away, what are your thoughts about him just overall as a fighter, man? Like, what is the maximum potential Alex Caceres do you think he can hit in the UFC?
Well, I think longevity, he can stay a long time and he can be a gatekeeper a long time. But if you're not finishing people, you're not going to get the crowd recognition or the recognition from the UFC brass that needs to be pushed there. You know what I'm saying? If UFC doesn't like you and they're not going to invest any time or money in you, and then the crowd doesn't really care to see you fight, man, it's a losing battle overall. And I definitely think it hurts his stock, especially like you said, man, because Chase Hooper's striking is fundamental at best. And even in that fight, it was a lot less fundamental than he has gotten. So it speaks leaps and bounds that Caceres wasn't able to put him away because Caceres is really good on the feet. And I think one of the big difference, especially in that Crone-Gracie fight, is he wasn't able to hurt his opponents. And that's how Crone was able to just kind of take advantage of him, get the rear naked choke. And same thing, even in all his fights and why it goes so long, is he's not able to actually hurt you. He just out-talents you and outpoints you and gets the decision victory like we've been talking about.
And that's what's kind of troubling about it, though, right? Because I'm looking at his record, right? So Alex Caceres, 3 knockouts, but he's been knocked out once, 6 submissions, but he's been submitted 7 times, and 8 decisions, but he's lost 4 decisions, right? So it's nothing that stands out really that crazy. Because I'm personally thinking that the best bet for Alex Caceres is a submission win. You know what I mean? I think that Kevin Croom's stand-up is incredibly underrated, and I think this dude got real deal pop. Now, Kevin Croom, 6 knockouts, but he's been knocked out 4 times, 10 submissions, only been submitted 4 times. And 5 decisions, but has gone to that decision on the wrong end of it 4 times, man. So ultimately, man, I guess we just got to have to wait and see. That's what it comes down to. We got 2 more or less prospects, right? I feel bad calling Alex Caceres a prospect because he's kind of proven, but like I said, he's like that journeyman status right now. So give me your pick and why do you think it's going to go down that way?
So this is actually a very hard fight for me to choose because I'm actually a Croom fan as well. And I do think He has a lot going for him, a lot of talent, a lot of, like I said, media hype and stuff, and he's going to be very funny, and he's very scrappy. He's also very strong, but very scrappy, and that's what I like about him. He's willing, like you said, he doesn't have that failure to worry about. He's willing to put it all on the line down in his shield. But that being said, I think Caceres' way to win is going to be outstrike him and just out-talent him and basically take a page out of Wonder Boy's book and not take any damage, not allow the fight to take place where you don't need it, and basically win a point match. So I'm going Caceres by decision, but this is, again, I want to caveat, this is very hard. I do think Croom could easily win by submission or knockout round 1. But I'm going final pick, Caceres decision.
Interesting. So like I'm listen, man, this wasn't as hard for me, and I already said it from the jump. I'm a little biased, man. I'm a big Kevin Croom fan, but I just think that Kevin Croom has more paths to victory, and I think if Kevin Croom grabs a hold onto Alex Caceres, though Alex Caceres does got the BJJ going, it's not like he doesn't know what he's doing down there. Dude's pretty legit. I just think Kevin Croom, man, if he grabs onto him, well, you know what? You ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Because Croom is looking for a finish. He's either going to try to knock you out or submit you. He said it going into this fight. I'm not looking to go to the judges, man. That is the last thing that I want. And Alex Caceres too often is willing to let it go to the judges. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say he's like, yeah, I'm just going to not knock this guy out when I can. It's easier said than done. But nonetheless, I'm going Kevin Croom, and I'm actually going to go I'm going knockout, round 2. There we go. You know what I mean? Let's keep it solid on it. You know what I'm saying? So